was having a chat with. He says I'm not name dropping. Whose name shall be nameless. And we were talking about public schools. Should Diane Abbott have sent her children to a public school? Yes, we are still talking about that even now. My argument was no. It causes division in society and exacerbates those divisions. Whereas the maybe argument that Diane Abbott didn't want her child being targeted, there were no opportunities. She needs to get her child out of Hackney, and yeah, I get that. But a lot of the people that Diane were representing didn't have that opportunity. But anyway, here I am at Marlborough College in Marlborough. No, there's nothing wrong with the school. A lot of very famous people went there. I'm sure it's highly professional and gives children a really good ground. Well, I can guarantee they give children a really good grounding in life. But the reason I'm here is to have a look at, would you believe it, have a look at a Bronze Age mound in the middle of it. Now they've coppiced the trees, which a couple of months ago showed it in all its glory. But now the beech trees in front of it, I can barely see a thing. But I'm going to try and show you. Now, most people assumed for many years that it would be, that in fact it is the base of a medieval castle, which it was. It did have a castle on top of it, but it'd been, for 2,500 years before then. Sorry, probably 3.5. Well, between 3.5 and 2,500 years before then, it was a mound that was made for whatever reason our Bronze Age ancestors decided they wanted to do it. But it's the reason I'm here. I'm actually in this neighbourhood to do some stuff on the one stake, but I thought because those trees are going to grow back again, I get some shots of it. So this is my attempt to show you a bit of Bronze Age culture. Another either one of those this has either been a root that's been used for hundreds of years and has carved out hollow, or it looks dug out, perhaps Iron Age. I didn't see it on the map when I was looking at the map, so this is a nice little discovery. I still haven't got away from Marlborough. What I'm doing is going up to high ground, see if I can get a better shot of the what do you call it, Bronze Age mound. Yeah, this is definitely an earthwork. Interesting to see whether or not there's an Iron Age fort up here. So yes, it's not just any old Iron Age monument, a Bronze Age monument. It's enormous. It's not a Bronze Age barrow. It doesn't probably doesn't have a burial in it. It's very similar to Silbury Hill, which is only 3 or 4 miles in that direction, and it was later used as I said, as a medieval castle, but it was a wooden one. And since then it was misunderstood as a monument until they checked it out a few years back. So when I heard they'd cut down the pollarded the trees, I had to come up and see if I could get a picture. It'd be interesting to see how much this monument, sorry, bear with me. It'd be interesting to see how much this monument. It'd be interesting to see how well connected this monument is with Silbury, what its relationship is. They're very, very similar. I'll go and on the way back home I'll take a shot or two of it. They may be related in some form. They're the same sort of age. Somebody needs to do some research on that and see if they can answer. I'm sure Marlborough College would like to know, because it's slap bang in the middle of their private property, which is why I have to climb up a hill to get a photograph of it. So anyway, that's Marlborough and its Bronze Age monument. Let's see if I got if I don't do the one stike now, that'll be the end, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Ta-ra for now. I'm in finished with Marlborough now. The Marlborough was only supposed to have been a tiny part. A quick look at, just to show you while the trees hadn't regrown of the Bronze Age mound there. But anyway, I'm come to do what I meant to do only about 5 hours later, which is the one stike. The one stike is certainly a post-Roman, maybe a sub-Roman structure that goes across the border between goes across the top of Somerset and Wiltshire. Could be Anglo-Saxon, likely just as likely to be, actually more likely to be sub-Roman, i.e. after the Roman army left. Roman civilization in Britain, British culture, which was Romanized, and its battle to stay alive against an invading migration of Anglo-Saxons. That's probably what it is. Sorry, I'm looking for the footpath, which seems to have just completely disappeared. Me and farmers are getting on really well at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to make my way to where it should be and try not to trample any crops. I'm not that vindictive, but it is a public right of way. But anyway, so it's a quick potted, 5th or early 6th century or later. Some people argue it was the original boundary between the Wessex Anglo-Saxons and the Mercian Anglo-Saxons. Which is much later, but this is fast completely disappeared, the buggers. Right, Anyway, I better concentrate on I'm getting rained on. I'll concentrate on trying to find my way there, and then I'll induct you into the ones night. Well, that was deeply, not deeply unpleasant. I got very, very wet. Don't know whether you can see my trousers there, at the bottom of my boots. And my boots aren't as waterproof as I would like. Sorry, I'll stop moaning. But anyway, yeah, and had to climb over an electric fence where I nearly got my knackers electrocuted. Where I started in this little journey was a place called Clench. I can tell you I'm clenched now. But yeah, multiple electric fences to climb over, climb under, and was not at all. Yes, the footpaths have gone to hell around here. But anyway, I should be very close. I think this is the ones night coming up now. I think very close to it anyway. So I haven't been here before, so I've no idea whether or not this is going to be any good or not, worth seeing. If there's anything to see at all. Whee! That's why you wear boots. Anyway, I shall let's have a look. Bank and ditch, so that's one dike. It's not very clear. It might have this might have a. If I bought an expensive camera, might be able to pick it up better. But that's that. That's the. I got about an hour and a half before sunset, and. What with all the electric fences, and I can hear banjos as well every now and again. So even though I am a country boy, I'm starting to think I might want to get back to civilization. They clearly don't want visitors because they block the footpaths. So anyway, it's not so much I'm afraid of banjo wielding maniacs, chainsaw wielding maniacs around in Wiltshire. It's more. I don't really want to be clambering over electric fences at 9:30 at night. So I'm going to head back to civilization. I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra for now. Oh God. Well, I'm a bit out of breath because just done loads of clambering over fallen trees, banks, ditches, barbed wire. It's like I'm 14 again. But I'm glad to see I've still got it at 49, and I managed to find my way back to civilization. As you can see, I'm on an A road, and now all that I've got left, the only hazard I've got left now is not banjo wielding country bumpkins. It's only a drunk driver. But anyway, I've got about 2 miles. 2 miles to walk now. See you on the next one. Ta-da for now. Now we're talking. And along, it's quite a significant ditch. It probably would have been double the size 1500 years ago. But you can see it quite nicely framed there. And so yeah, I've taken a 5 mile walk to actually not see very much when I could have come here and seen this. It's too late in the day now, as I said, but this could be the start of my next little trip. Oh, it's quite impressive. That must be 3 meters, 3 meters tall. And 3 meters tall means it's not just, I mean, if you're just making a demarcation line between you and the Anglo-Saxons, you know, say this is my land over here and that's yours over there, you wouldn't build it 3 meters tall. So it's clearly, look, you couldn't get a horse up there. You know, bear in mind it'd be taller in those, you know, 1500 years ago, and sheerer. It would have had a revetment of some sorts along it, you know, some shoring of wood or stone, and with a fence at the top, which means that your little raiding army, you'd have to abandon your horses or struggle to get all your team across, in which case me and the other you know, Romanized Britons would come along and stab you with our spears while you're messing around trying to get your horses up here. So that's so yes, it's a militarized, this is not just a symbol, this does the job. Bingo.